Hey guys, John Engel here, and today we're going to talk about how my Ferrari has depreciated $125,000 and how that's a great thing. I've also got a friend from college here, his name's Colton, who also owns a black F430. So this should be interesting. Let's see what happens.
Man, I lost $100,000 on my Ferrari.
But see, the good thing is you didn't.
I mean, the guy before me did.
Which is perfect.
I feel really bad, though.
Why?
I mean, he only got to drive it for like 14,000 miles and paid $100,000 for 14,000 miles. Like, how much is that a mile?
I don't know.
Like,
I don't...
Here, I'm calculating. It's like $8.50 a mile.
That is stupid.
It's like the dumbest thing I've ever heard of. Why would anyone do that?
The greatest thing, though, is you get to reap the benefit from it.
Pretty much. So, guys, this is pretty much what we do, and this is what John's been doing since I've known him when I was 21, 22. He's been buying cars, and he pretty much never loses a dime on any of his cars. In fact, I'm looking at one that I think you made... Did you double on it?
Yeah, doubled on the NSX.
This Acura, it's beautiful. It's right in front of our camera. It's an Acura NSX. And he's doubled his money enjoying a beautiful... have you driven it a lot?
Not really. That's one of the downfalls of owning some of these cars is I don't get a chance to drive them as much as I would like to.
I mean, you have like, I can't even count how many are outside, and then was this like 12 cars?
I think I'm up to 19 vehicles total.
19 vehicles, yeah.
Yeah.
No wonder you don't have time to drive your NSX. But anyway, you can buy cars where other people really take the depreciation hit, and you don't have to deal with it. You can just enjoy the car sitting at a good value, and sometimes it goes up if you buy it right.
Yeah, and for everyone that's watching that doesn't know Colton, this is a friend that I've had since college.
This guy got me into cars in the first place.
I got Colton into cars, and Colton got me into business and trying to look at things financially to make sure things make sense, right? We do a lot of things.
You already knew all of it intrinsically, though. Like, you had it in you.
I think there are certain people that tend to go towards that, but it's something anyone can learn and anyone can be good at. You just have to start thinking about things.
Let's be real about this Ferrari, though. Do you honestly think, like, we're not going to lose money on it? Like, I feel like we're still, like, at a point where we're going to lose, like, 10 grand or something.
Okay, so think about it. The guy that bought that car spent $218,000.
Yeah.
Right? When I bought it, it was closer to $100,000.
Right.
So he lost $118,000.
Yeah.
I might lose $10,000, but I'm willing to take that loss to own the Ferrari.
Right.
Right?
I mean, you're going to own it probably, like, for a long time, right? And lose only $10,000.
Well, the crazier thing is, if I do keep it long enough, it might actually go up because the dollar inflates. So...
Reality, though, like...
Yeah.
What do you think? Like, this thing's, like, it's going to look a little dated, like, you know...
It looks dated now.
It looks a little dated now, but do you think it's going to fall, like, out of favor even more? Like, when you look at a 360, are you digging the way they look? Or...
I do. But see, all of my cars in my collection really are from that 2000 time frame.
Do you like those bubble lights, though? Don't they look kind of weird? Like,
no!
They always fog up and look weird.
These do the same thing on the 430.
I don't know, they just look so nice and angled.
The greatest thing about the 430 is the 360 started to be a less maintenance car in the Ferrari world. The 430 took it to the level of...
Was 360 engine out? I think 355 was engine out.
Engine out 355. 360 doesn't require engine out. Some people... The biggest thing that I can tell you about a Ferrari is if you're going to do some of the work yourself, you can definitely do it on it. And the second thing is find a authorized Ferrari dealer that's not Ferrari. You know, they have a lot of shops that do work on Ferraris they have techs from Ferrari, but they no longer work for the Ferrari dealership, and you can get a much better value for your car.
What do you think about doing this? Like, you get your regular servicing at Ferrari, so your booklet looks good when you go to resale.
So there's two types of people.
Then you have your guy, like, fix it for you.
There's two types of people.
Suckers?
There's the person that's going to pay... an extra $20,000 for a car that has everything from Ferrari done, that little book stamped. And then there's the person like me that's going to buy the car, that's going to drive it, do a lot of the maintenance. I'm not paying that extra Ferrari tax on there. It's a me, a Ferrari.
That's a good thing to call it, a Ferrari tax.
It's exactly what it is.
Ferrari tax, yeah.
But if you want a car that is going to be a collector's car, you need those Ferrari stamps.
Right.
You know, that's what people are looking for. I bought a car to be a driver. I wanted to be able to use it, to take it out. So I was more concerned with it being a solid car than to have every stamp in the book.
Right. Yeah, I did get every stamp in the book, but I mean, your Ferrari looks every near as good, if not better, in a lot of places than mine.
What do you use your Ferrari for?
Nothing.
Okay, good. That's awesome.
Well, I'll be real with you. I thought I would drive it a lot more. I got it with 17,000 miles. Has it been 2 years now?
Yeah, because I've had mine 2 years, and I bought mine after you.
So I put on 500 miles per year. That's really sad. I literally drive it to sometimes a meetup. I would go to Cars and Coffee, or just over buddies' houses and have a good time, or just drive it locally. Like John lives 200 miles away from me, and I think the first thing he thought was, "Did you drive the Ferrari here?" And I was like, "Oh, hell no."
I was hoping that you did. I wanted to have a shot of the two because they are almost identical cars. We both have 430s. They're both black. The only difference really is my interior's red and yours is black, right?
Red and black, and your rims are bigger, and just I had less miles. But I don't know how much that really impacts things, because
it impacts value.
I've been reading online that these things can literally go 100,000 miles if you maintain it properly.
Yeah.
Want to just make it a daily driver?
You could.
Well, that'd be awful, though, right?
I mean, the biggest problem...
How much would we lose? We're talking about depreciating. How much would we honestly lose if we turn this into a daily driver and we put 100,000 miles in it over the next 7 years?
You probably...
What do you think it'd be worth? If you were looking on eBay, how much would you pay for a 100,000 mile F430?
I'm going to say somewhere between 60 to 70 grand.
That's not bad, though.
No, but think about it this way. You go out and buy a brand new Tahoe, right?
Yeah.
Drive it the same amount. You will lose more than driving that.
Talk about modifying cars and how dumb it is or smart it is at the same time. It's fun, right? I don't have a technical skill in me, so I can't modify cars. It's not in me, and I see some people just like nerding out about it and loving it. But sometimes I wonder like where their mind is financially when it comes to it. I'm like,
right,
what are you doing, man?
Financially, a terrible decision. You're never going to get your money back out of modding a car. It is a bad idea.
Like, I don't understand, like, why would someone like over mod like a car that, you know, is not very fast to make it fast, just to like, you know, make the engine wear out more quickly, to make the price of the car not pass through the value of the car at the end.
Right.
And they could have just bought a faster car to begin with. Like that Dodge Viper is a value. That is a value. Like the price you can get one of those at, and it is so fast. Why wouldn't someone just buy a Dodge Viper and enjoy it and like think of it like a bank account instead of modding out whatever car they're thinking about modding out?
I think a lot of it has to do with the value of a car and the performance of a car. So like we were talking about, we're not going to go out and buy a brand new car, but brand new cars today come with ungodly amount of speed, horsepower that like our F430 can't do. Yeah. So we would have to take money to put into a 430 to get to the speed.
It feels so wrong though.
I agree, because I'll never get any of that money back out of it. That fab exhaust that's on there, I think, cost $6,000 to $7,000. It came with the car. I didn't pay a dime for it.
So they passed that to you for free, basically. Right. They're like, hey, that fab exhaust I spent $6,000 for 8 years ago. Here you go.
Yep, it's free.
It's just free.
So that's what would happen if you did that to a car. You mod it. Now, there are different levels, like the Dodge Viper. It's a car that if you mod that car, you're never going to get your money back out. You'll put $30,000 into it, and you might get 10 more because of the mods that you did to it.
Or you could just buy a Viper, enjoy it, and think of it like a bank account because it's already depreciated very well, and just have fun with it, and then sell it off in 5-10 years and probably not lose very much money.
Yeah.
And just keep it stock. I mean, and I know you're not getting to spend all the time like making your little Honda whatever real fast, or I'm not dissing that. It sounds really fun.
You just sounded like a Ferrari guy.
Oh, delete that part.
You just sounded like the total. With your little Honda.
Hey, just so you know, I drove a Civic and I drove it in an Accord. I drove in a salvage Honda Accord. Yeah. Okay, so I drive.
I'll take it all out.
I drive.
I won't let you come.
No, but leave it in there.
He's like, leave it in there.
I don't care. So, hey, what do you think would be potentially good investments in the Ferrari brand? Like, what's a good Ferrari car that you think like is a good value, you can enjoy, and it won't lose a lot of money right now?
I think we've already talked about that. 430. I think it's a good value. The 458 is still coming down. The 488 is definitely coming down.
So 488 and 458 are like, you're going to lose money quick.
I still think the 360...
How about the California?
I don't think so.
You think that's gonna? I've seen them for like $100,000 already.
Oh, they're below $100,000.
But why?
It's just kind of
I've
like
talked to people who are like, that is the most beautiful car on the planet.
It is a beautiful car.
I don't think so.
I like it. It's
like
better than your Maserati.
The Gran Turismo, you just don't have an eye, man.
Is that what it is?
Yeah, man.
The California is
just
much
all
better
Italian
looking.
beauty, man. Have you ever heard of Gran Turismo?
Yeah, I played the game when I was a kid.
But they sound great, right?
Oh yeah,
you'll give them that.
Yeah.
Like they sound great.
I don't hate the car. I'm coming across as I hate it. Yeah. I like the car. I would actually buy it because, like you said, $35,000 for a Maserati, cheap.
Yeah, if there weren't so many other great options, you might like at least consider it.
So
but there's just so many better options. You're saying.
Yeah,
gotcha. So the Ferrari California, you still think's a bad investment, even though it's only $100,000.
You can get them less than 100, and I don't think that's a good price. I think that's the one that's going to go down below the F430.
Whoa, really?
Oh,
Didn't it start above the F430?
No, I don't think so.
Are you sure?
No, I'm not.
202. So it's the same
price.
Same price. Wow.
Yeah, a little bit less.
Well, that's all the time that we had for today. Hopefully you enjoyed our conversation. Please leave me some comments below on things that you would like to hear or things that you thought about. If you enjoyed having Colton here, let me know that as well. Make sure that you like, subscribe, and we'll catch you next time.